Right, let's get into it. If you've ever tried to learn English, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some days you feel like you're on top of the world, making tons of progress, and other days, well, not so much. Staying motivated is for sure one of the biggest challenges. So today, what if we tried thinking about it like a long distance runner? How can that help us stay on track? Let's break it down. Okay, this right here, this is probably the most important thing to really get. We all want to be fluent, like right now. But learning a language is not a 100-meter dash. It's an endurance event. It's a journey, and it's going to have its ups and downs. And that just requires a completely different kind of strategy, a whole different mindset. And let's just be real for a minute. Feeling tired, frustrated, feeling like you've just hit a wall, that's not just normal. It's actually part of the whole process. It's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're in the middle of the marathon. So the key isn't to avoid feeling tired, it's knowing what to do when you do. So let's jump into our first strategy. Think about it. No marathon runner just sprints from the starting line. Of course not. They have a game plan, and it's all built around a pace they can actually sustain and celebrating those little wins along the way. We're going to apply that exact same logic to learning English. The goal of becoming fluent is, well, it's huge. It's like standing at the starting line and trying to see the finish line 26 miles away. It's so far off, it can actually feel paralyzing. So what's the secret? Let's just forget about the finish line for a little bit. All that really matters is the very next step you take. So what does a small step actually look like? How about this? Instead of a goal like learn all the vocabulary, what if your goal was just learn 5 new words this week? That's it. 5. That's less than 1 a day. And all of a sudden, that feels totally manageable, doesn't it? Or here's another one. We've all felt that guilt for not watching that 2-hour movie in English that we were supposed to, right? Well, instead, what if you just committed to 10 minutes of listening every day? Just 10 minutes of a podcast or a news clip. The real power here isn't in the length, it's in the consistency. So this all comes together in something we can call the motivation loop. It's a really simple but powerful 2-step process to build a good habit. First, you set that tiny, achievable goal. Then, and this is the best part, when you hit it, you reward yourself. Take a break, have a snack, listen to your favorite song. What this does is it trains your brain to connect learning English with success and feeling good, not just with hard work. Okay, moving on. Let's see how this builds. In a race, runners are constantly checking their split times to see how they're doing. For us, that means finding ways to actually see our own progress. Because let's face it, sometimes it's really hard to notice those small, day-to-day improvements. And I want you to really think about this for a second. If you can't see your growth, how are you supposed to feel it? It's so easy to think you're just stuck in the same place, even when you're actually making incredible progress. So we've got to find a way to make our improvement visible. And you know what's great is how simple these methods are. You could keep a journal and just write down what you've learned each day. The pages are going to fill up and you'll have this physical record of your knowledge just growing and growing. Or even better, try this. Record yourself on your phone for just 30 seconds once a week. Then in a month, go back and listen to that first recording. I promise you, you'll be amazed at the difference. It's proof. Seeing those small wins is one of the most powerful motivators out there. Okay, so we've talked about pacing and we've talked about tracking. Now let's talk about the most powerful fuel of all, remembering why you even started this race in the first place. This is your ultimate motivation. This is your personal finish line. Seriously, take a second and answer this for yourself. What was the spark? That initial excitement, that sense of purpose. That's the energy source you need to tap into when things get tough. It's the whole reason you're putting in all this effort. Was it for your career? Maybe you were thinking about landing that big promotion. Was it the dream of traveling? Of being able to confidently order food in a new city and actually understand the reply? Or maybe it was simpler, just to connect with new people, to see the world through their eyes. Whatever it is, hold that image in your mind. And that's the whole point. Your why isn't just some nice thought. It's high-octane fuel for your motivation. When you feel like quitting, reminding yourself of that career goal or that trip you want to take, that can be the push you need to take that next small step. So let's wrap up with this key idea. Never, ever forget that every small effort counts. Every new word, every 10 minutes you spend listening, it's all adding up. Progress isn't always some giant leap. Most of the time, it's just a series of small, consistent steps forward. You really are getting better every single day. So as we finish up, I'm going to leave you with this question. I'm not asking what your big goal is for next year. I'm asking, what's your first small, achievable step for tomorrow? Is it going to be 5 new words, 10 minutes of a podcast? Decide on it right now and get your marathon off to a fantastic start.